Florida may be more than 2,000 miles away, but it has impacted our communities here. Our reporter Molly Casey spoke with a Wahpeton resident whose hometown will never be the same. Molly?
Well, Cornelius, Holly Rivers grew up in the Florida Keys and goes home often. But after Hurricane Irma destroyed her hometown, she's hoping a truckload of donations will bring some relief.
I have a lot of friends and family still down there. Some of them literally lost everything.
Holly Rivers knows hurricanes all too well. She survived being hit by the worst of Hurricane Andrew when she was 14 and remembers the process of recovering.
The real work begins after the hurricane itself. The storm has gone away. The devastation that's left is just unimaginable.
Devastation that has left those in her hometown in the Florida Keys struggling to rebuild. So she began a donation drive for items like blankets, non-perishable food, diapers, and other necessities, items that are in short supply in Florida.
One thing that I learned through Hurricane Andrew, when Hurricane Andrew came through, was you get an influx at the very beginning and then it dissipates as time goes on.
Rivers started with just a small pile, but has now filled a 12 by 12 shed to the brim, and donations are continuing to pour in. She plans on driving the load down to Florida in a rented truck and is bracing herself for what she finds.
Cars are demolished, the houses are gone, they're literally sleeping on concrete. It's not gonna look the same. It doesn't look the same.
Rivers says some areas still don't have working sewer systems or electricity. Struggles she says her hometown will overcome.
But that's one thing about the Keys is they are strong and they will rebuild.
Rivers would like to collect more non-perishable food items before she leaves. So if you'd like to donate to her Stuff a Truck donation drive, you can find a link to her You Caring page on our website at valleynewslive.com.
Thanks so much for that story, Molly. Last weekend, it was NFL players, and today, President Trump is taking aim at the mayor of San Juan, Puerto Rico. On Twitter, the president blasted Mayor Carmen Yulín Cruz and implied people in Puerto Rico aren't doing enough for themselves to recover from Hurricane Maria. Meanwhile, relief efforts on the island, U.S. territory, continue. NBC's Chris Pallone has this story.
As disaster relief efforts continue around the clock in Puerto Rico, the president is lashing out at the mayor of its largest city. From his New Jersey golf resort, Donald Trump tweeted Saturday morning, such poor leadership ability by the mayor of San Juan. Trump implied hurricane-ravaged Puerto Ricans aren't doing enough to help themselves. They want everything to be done for them when it should be a community effort. 10,000 federal workers now on island, he tweeted.
I am done being polite. I am done being politically correct. I am mad as hell.
It's likely these comments from Cruz Friday drew Trump's ire.
I beg you to take charge and save lives. We are dying here.
Trump insists the relief effort is going well.
People can't believe how successful that has been.
But 10 days after Maria hit, 95% of Puerto Rico is still without power. 2/3 of the territory's gas stations are back open, and 1/3 of its cell service has been restored. Trump plans to visit Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands Tuesday. It's not clear if Mayor Cruz will be among those welcoming him.
I really have no time for anything that is not conducive and productive in terms of saving lives.
As people in New York and other cities across the country gather supplies to help Puerto Ricans in need, the debate continues. Did the federal government act fast enough? Chris Pallone, NBC News.
In another series of tweets this evening, President Trump praised Puerto Rico's governor and its representative in the House. He said, "We all must be united to help the people in Puerto Rico."